What is up? No video today regarding my live trading, but I figured now that we know we're kind of closing in on the end of the year that I would kind of go over my top prop firms that I'll be using for 2025. So why do I think prop firms matter, right? Every prop firm is going to have a little different set of rules that's going to affect how you trade, how you manage your risk, and how you go about getting more accounts, right? So I picked these prop firms because they have nice rules, and they pay out fast. Those are pretty much my top two things that are going to affect why I'm choosing this specific prop firm. And there's other prop firms too that pay out fast. I'm not saying these are the only ones, but these are the ones that I decided I'm going to narrow in on. So I'm going to talk about the type of account that I'll be looking at if and when I get more accounts for 2025, and how many, and what's the maximum earning, right? So let's dive right into it. You guys already know my current favorite prop firm, Tradeify. They're still relatively, they're very new um, to the prop firm space, but what they've done so far is just pretty extraordinary. The way that they have things automated, they seem to know their risk going into the business, and they're actively trying to manage their risk so that they can be a long time prop firm, right? Um, there's no point in trading with a prop firm if they belly up and rug pull, and then all the time that you spent trading on them is gone, and then obviously all the profits that you made on the account are also gone. So Tradeify beats that exception is that the one caveat is that they're new, but what I like from them so far is that everything that I have seen from them has been great. Um, and can also see that they're actively trying to mitigate risk. So why do I like Tradeify? My favorite accounts after today, so the day that this video is being uploaded, it's actually going to be the last day before they change the rules again on the straight to funded accounts. Basically, you'll have 6% profit target before payout, 4% drawdown, and then 2.5% daily loss limit. Basically, if you were just talking about the 150K account, right? You'll need to make 9,000 before you can withdraw 3,000. You'll have I believe $6,000 maximum drawdown. So once you breach $6,000, your account gets blown, and then you have a $3,750 daily loss limit. The only thing that's really changed is the decreased drawdown, and depending on how you trade, that might matter a lot. And then depending on, I guess it's already been 9,000 profit target, but yeah. So those are the big changes. Comes in effect in about 5 hours. And then my next favorite account is going to be the growth account. So like this, pretty much the same setup. You're gonna have a little bit lower drawdown. 5 to 6,000 is pretty close though. Profit target is 9,000 to pass, and then I believe to get paid out on the 150K growth account, you only need to make 5,000. We can check that real quick right here. Payouts on advanced and growth. You can see growth account minimum balance needed is 5,100. Once you hit 5,100, you can go ahead and request 3,000. You'll get 2,000 in drawdown, and I like that these accounts, the advanced growths, because think about it like this, right? You pass the account once, get to your 9,000 profit target, you're good. Now you can trade the account normally, probably one or two minis, maybe 5 micros, depending on your risk tolerance. Mine, I would probably be doing 2 minis. Get it up to 5,000, right, in the 10-day period. Request 3,000. Now you have $2,000 drawdown, and then you can just work your way back up with 1 mini or 5 micros, however you trade, and then boom, you can just refresh that cycle, right? Like, of course, you're gonna want to make more. Say you make like 7 or 8,000 before your first payout in those 10 days, and boom, you're golden. You're pretty much just cycling cash at that point, right? And then you'll get moved to live, same process as straight to funded. So I think The growth accounts are really great. Obviously you pay a little more for a little expense. You pay a little more for the eval, but you don't have an activation fee, right? So I think it kind of balances itself out. Advanced plan is good too. I think advanced is my least favorite plan just because of um, some of the things it might do to your emotional psychology when you're trading, like being scared to take partials because if that runner goes back to break even, you just lost some drawdown. Thinking like that is bad for the trader. It definitely ran a number on me, which is why um, I personally am staying away from live trailing drawdown accounts. So yeah, I'll be either going for growth or straight to funded, and I have two straight to funded accounts left. Um, you guys saw my video. I blew all my accounts because I was just trading horribly, and it got to me. I already have a video explaining that. But yeah, and then the other thing with them, Tradeify, I have had two individual payouts with them. Both of them requested. The first one requested it, and the money was in my Rise account in about an hour and 20 minutes. Second one, I requested it, and the money was in my Rise account within like 30 minutes. It was like that's insane, right? A lot of these prop firms might have better rules, might have whatever, but they might pay you out a little slower. I personally, the way with my work schedule, if the faster I can get payout, the better, because then I can resume trading right away. I don't want to have to miss a day or two or three, because I'm waiting to get my payout, and then um, because I'm waiting to get my payout, and those are the only days I can trade because I have work Monday through Tuesday and every other Wednesday, right? So if it falls on a bad day of the week, and then I'm screwed, right? I won't get to trade those accounts for a week, and that just delays my trading progress, right? That's going to go ahead and wrap it up for my thoughts on Tradeify. The next prop firm that I'll be going with is TopStep. I'm definitely going to try to have 5 accounts with TopStep. They've the biggest player in the game. They've the longest player in the game. They've paid a bunch of people out. You can see right here, 156 million. Oh, and I forgot to mention, if you guys are thinking about getting Tradeify accounts, I have an affiliate link down below. If you guys want to use it to buy your first account, you'll be directly supporting the channel, and I appreciate it very, very much. And if not, if you have another person that you guys enjoy watching, that's fine too. I'm just throwing it out there. Shameless plug. But yeah, TopStep. I think this is probably the most beginner-friendly prop firm. I think every beginner trader should start with TopStep. Why? So TopStep, of course, $50 for a 50K account. The evals are relatively cheap. $50 for the 50K account. And then they also have a practice feature where if you're on TopStep X, you can literally just switch over your account mode to a practice mode. And then instead of trading that eval, you can trade in the practice environment where you can work on your strategy. Basically, it's like a free forward testing software, whereas if you were to do a paper trade, you might lie or whatever but on the practice mode, it's like every trade is there. You can analyze it afterwards, etc. So I think it's just value-wise, everything that you get access to for TopStep is pretty good. They also have a lot of features like auto lockout, profit goal lockout, profit goal, all that other stuff that will help you stay, accountable and, keep your trading on track so you're not over trading or you don't risk trading at a bad session because you're getting FOMO or whatnot. Payout time is one of the things that is a little longer compared to Tradeify. So I've requested from TopStep about 3 times now. Each time it took about a day or two for the funds to get withdrawn from my account. And then from there, probably about another 3 to 4 days before the money finally reached my bank account. So when you request from TopStep, right, they have a portal. You go in, you request it. They say thank you for the request for this much, congratulations. In a day or two, it gets withdrawn from your actual trading account. So your Express Funded account gets withdrawn. And then after it gets a final approval, they'll send you another email that says congratulations, the money is on your way in 1 to 3 days. You should expect it soon. I had a few friends request via Wise, so I did all of my requests through ACH transfer just because I didn't want to make a Wise account. And it seems like Wise is a little bit faster, so my friend that actually requested after me got his payout before I did. So it's just something to note if you guys end up wanting to use Top Step. But overall, the platform is decent, so I pretty much only recommend using on the Top Step X platform. That's where you'll get the most freedom to trade, and the platform's also very nice and good and easy to use. Um, the only drawdown is you won't be able to copy trade it with your other accounts, say if you're using NinjaTrader with Replicanto or whatever, right? But overall, very solid top prop firm. Been in the game for a long time. It has a great path to live. And I forgot to mention, Tradeify also has a great path to live, which is what you should be looking for in your futures prop firm. And last one is going to be my funded futures. So I personally was kind of iffy on my funded futures, but I think the biggest thing that stands out for me is their expert accounts. I would probably only get the 50K, or I forgot to say, 50K Top Step is my favorite account. Just because you get a little bit less initial drawdown, but once you take a payout, your drawdowns goes to zero, like your balance, where you lose the account is zero. So I feel like if you're gonna withdraw half of your account at your first withdrawal, it ends up being around 2K or however much, depending on the trader, right? So I've always just done the 50Ks. You get less contracts, but I don't think you need 15 contracts as a trader. Next one is the My Fund and Futures expert accounts. I actually thought about this for a really long time, what accounts I would go for, and I think this one just gives a lot of freedom. You have 2 payout windows a month. You don't need to have any type of, I guess, like, there's no like rules in place, so to speak. You don't have a consistency rule. You don't have a minimum number of days traded. You just need to have money above the withdrawal buffer, and then you can request it during that window as much above that buffer as you want. And they're a little harder to pass, so you need 4K instead of 3K for most 50K evals. I think it's fine. I think if you're taking it slow, 165 per month is pretty solid, especially if you have a high success rate. If you're a beginner, you probably want to do with a starter account until you get the hang, develop a strategy, etc., etc. If you already have a strategy that you've been using and it has been working, I'd recommend the expert, just because you won't have to worry about consistency, contract sizing, daily loss limits, or any of that. You just know you have a max drawdown, and then you have a buffer. Once you get above that buffer, you can request payouts from it. And you can do that twice a month. And I think that works out well for me because I don't like worrying about consistency rules. I don't want to worry about, having X minimum days to get paid. If I know I can get paid out at that window, so long as I'm above that buffer, it's probably going to put less stress on me to trade, because I'll know, like, hey, I'm already at payout. There's no need to trade. Maybe I take my one trade a week just to make sure the accounts stay active. But yeah, I really like the expert account. And another big plus about my funded futures is that when you do go to request your payout, if everything is approved and whatnot, it is so fast. I'm talking minutes, just like Tradeify. My funded futures pay so fast. And these are the things that I love about prop firms, when they are not afraid to pay you fast because they can. All right. My funded futures can have 3 accounts. I think 3 accounts is more than enough, especially because, like, depending on like the type of account you have, 3 of them, if you're getting a payout across all 3 it's every 5 days for a starter, every 2 weeks for an expert, and then I think also every 5 days for the milestone, because it just has 20% consistency. Every 5 days you can get paid, or every 2 weeks on an expert, right? It's huge. Like, the amount of money you could be making from these accounts is going to be way more than working your traditional 9 to 5, right? Starter account. If you have 3 starter accounts, each one has a cap withdrawal of 1,200 each after 5 trading days of $100 or more, right? If you build that buffer and now you're trading 5 days, making 1,200, withdrawing that 1,200, that's 4,800 a month just from one account, and you can have 3. So these are the things that I've been trying to keep in mind. But starter doesn't work as well for me because I only get 10 trading days a month. So I cut down on the amount of tradings, but if I can do it, but I chose X, I think I like expert more is because if I can just have those really solid trades on the days that I am available to trade, and then know that I have a payout coming the next week at the next payout window, I'll be happy. I'll be good, right? So my goal is to have 3 mind-funded future expert accounts, 5 top step 50k XFAs, and then it'll be 5 Tradeify, either the 150k straight to funded or 150k growth accounts, right? Those will be the only. I shouldn't say only because I know there's probably going to be more prop firms coming, but these are going to be the 3 that I focus on the most, just because I want to be able to get more out of less, right? I was previously on Apex, I was focused to have as many accounts as possible, get payout on every single one of them, and it would collapse. But if I have less accounts and I can just focus and be really disciplined, really careful about the trades that I'm taking on each one of them, and just get the most out of them, I think that'll benefit me more in the long run than just buying evals from everybody, trying to pass them, blowing them, etc., etc. Just locking in, right? That's going to be the goal for 2025, is lock in on these 3, trade the best as I can, and then see what happens. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Give a like, remember to subscribe, leave a comment if you guys have any questions. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.